Christy Hemme.
man, Christy Hemme.
Booty pop.
Redheads are sexy, man. I say sexy.
Okay. Now here's another one I know you're a huge fan of. Connor.
That's wifey right there. That's wifey right there.
All right. Mia Yim.
Mia Yim?
Mm-hmm.
She gonna be. I see her being a future star. Like, not only in Japan, but like she real into Japan right now, and that's real good. But like, I think like she gonna eventually be a star like in WWE, because like number one, she looks different from everybody else, and she can work like a dude. You know what I'm saying? She got like all the tools to make it there. So I say future star.
Okay. Claudio Castagnoli / Antonio Cesaro.
It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same words. They gotta come up with different words because we already know Claudio. Everybody already knew before Claudio went to the E that he was a star. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yo, Robbie, give me another word for star. They asked me we playing word association. They asked about Claudio. Yeah. I keep saying star, so I don't want to try to. Yeah, that's what he is, man. He's a star. He future Hall of Famer. I go with that. Future Hall of Famer and a good dude.
Now, Chris Hero / Cassius Ohno.
Oh, we already know. Once Hero get called up, he gonna kill it. So it's gonna be the same word again, star. Hero in the rap too, man. You're a real hip hop head too, just like the rest of us.
Oh, for real?
Like that. Yeah. He know his rap.
Word.
He know his shit, man.
Matter hit him up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it like when you and Ruckus, you guys had the battles with the Kings of Wrestling? Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was fun, man, and like with that, man, I wish I had the experience I got now back then, because I was still pretty green then. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Ruckus had already been in the game for a while, so he was already established, and he was already comfortable with his character and everything, so he always shined. You know what I'm saying? Like me watching them matches now, I just see how green I was. You know what I'm saying? But like the thing is, like Hero and Claudio, they not selfish, so like they helped me through it the whole time. So you know what I'm saying? Like if they wanted to, they could have just like exposed my greenness at the time. They never did. So like I learned from them dudes. So like it was a good time. I just wish I had the experience then that I got now.
Now, I know everybody can't ride in limousines or fly in Learjets to get to the next destination. So can you tell us about some of the hassles of traveling in this business? And do you have any personal stories about traveling? Bad ones?
Sometimes, like most of the time when we traveling, it's fun. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's a hassle. Sometimes you be tired. Sometimes you can't find a ride. You know what I mean? Sometimes you might not be getting along with some of the people you riding with. So like it's up and down. We do got a story though. I'm gonna let Mireno tell this one. This one is funny as hell, yo. We was on our way to Canada one time, right? It was me, Mireno, Ruckus, and the creator of all of wrestling, DJ Hyde. Yo, tell them the story, yo.
Yo, this is Robbie Mireno. What's up?
What's going on, Rob? Thanks for joining us on the Wrestling Realm with Mr. Main Event Brian Waters and the brains of Operation Cameron G.
Pleasure's all mine. So yeah, I will be careful about my verbiage. Moving along with the story, we're heading to Canada in like the middle of the night. It's matter of fact, it was Black Friday. It was the show was the day after Thanksgiving, so we left like late Thanksgiving night. And DJ was coming with us. He had never been up to Canada before, and at the time, he was still good old DJ. He wasn't, the sack of dog shit he is now. So he was a good dude, and we were, looking out for him. And so we were bringing him up to Canada with us and trying to get him booked up there and everything. Figure he could work a dark match or an opener or something like that. Well, anyway, we're going up there, and Ruckus and I had, it's a long ride, and we have things that we enjoy during long rides. And So, needless to say, we had found a spot along the New York Thruway where we would be able to leave. Let's just call them, this is a wrestling show. Let's say the personal demons. So we had some, some personally demonic festivities that left over, and we were almost in Canada. So, we figured, if we could scoop this up on the way home, it wouldn't be such a bad idea. So we still have about 8 hours to get back to Philly. Mm-hmm. So we have found a rest stop and a spot where we could hide the personal demons to pick up on the way home. And DJ, he was like the lookout. He was the young boy. It was his car. It was his car. He was driving. So we tell him, be a lookout. And me and Ruckus we're concocting our little hiding spot inside this rest area. This is indoors. We're talking, so we're trying to make it look like we're not hiding personal demons behind a vending machine. And we tell DJ, you just let us know as soon as you see somebody coming. Well, all of a sudden we hear, yo, and we turn around. It's DJ, but in front of him is a person that had already come in the bathroom. So he totally blew up the spot. But the real bitter irony of this story is once we arrive at the border to get into Canada. Okay? Now, this is something I probably wouldn't have put out there normally, but I had just seen DJ do a shoot interview where he talked about a situation he had. So, whatever, I can bring it up. We get to the border, and it's revealed to me and G's and Ruckus at the border when we're trying to get to the show that DJ is like a convicted attempted murderer, and he's not allowed in Canada.
Oh, man.
Now we're at the border with DJ's Dodge Neon, and DJ's not allowed in the country. And I mean, it took him about 3 hours to tell us DJ's not allowed in the country.
Wow.
So now, we got to be at the show, but DJ, we can't bring him with us. So I go and I rent him like a hotel room in like Niagara Falls, I guess it was. We were up by Buffalo, I guess. I mean, this. Let me tell you, man, this motel looked like somewhere that like truck drivers would take strippers to kill them. I mean, this place. You know how crazy that place was? Yeah, we definitely thought we might have been being delivered to our deaths. So we had some DVDs, and G's had his portable DVD player, and I just, I paid the $25 for the hotel room. And I mean, this is 2005 or 6 we're talking about. This isn't like $25 back in the 70s where it was a lot of money. It was no, that was cheap. This was a dangerous place for somebody to be staying. But we left them there. I'm like, look, you can trust me with the car. And we came back the next day on the way home, and we picked them up. And, in retrospect, I should have made him pay me back for the hotel room. If I would have known what a pile of shit as a human being he was going to turn out to be, and just what a hater and just what a killer of dreams and creativity he would turn out to be, I would have made him at least pay me back for the hotel room, or I just would have sold the car, and hopefully he would have stayed at that hotel room long enough where eventually a trucker would have got him, and we wouldn't be in the situation we're in now. But yeah, so that's the story. I'm gonna hand it back over to G's. But yeah, I just wanted to tell that story because that was something that me and him were talking about earlier today. We were watching the DJ shoot interview.
Okay.
Yeah, so
we definitely appreciate that, man.
Yeah, certainly.
No problem, man. I just the DJ shoot interview. I can tell you this much, man. After watching that, I was so bummed out. I had to liven things up and watch some Sandy Hook coverage and shit. Really.
Liven it up. That's your shit.
All right. I'm going to give it back to G's on that note.
We're going to be sponsors. You know that, right?
I apologize. I'm a parent. I mean, seriously, but I'm just saying, DJ's just a horrible human being. Horrible. I'm gonna give it back to a good, benevolent man, though. My homie, G. Guys, be safe.
Thanks,
all right?
man. You take care.
You too, man.
Yo, did you just say benevolent? Benevolent. Oh, man, that's the word of the day. You.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Wow, hell of a story. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Everybody knows this. Too Cold Scorpio. one of the greatest things about him, and you guys have this in common, you guys are versatile. Take it to the air, can wrestle on the mat. With all this experience in Japan, he's adapted a lot more martial arts into his arsenal over the years. Is there anything that you'd want to add to your offense from styles that you've seen when competing overseas?
I'm pretty much versatile, but one thing though, I wish I would have like amateur wrestled like in high school and all. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that would have made my game even more fierce. And so we all know how Kurt Angle is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of dudes on the indies that amateur wrestle, and they use that in they pro wrestling game, and they real good. You know what I'm saying? Like people like that don't get a lot of credit is Drew Gulak. He's one of those. You know what I'm saying? He amateur wrestled in high school and all that. So like some of the little things that he do, it adds to his game in the ring. So like I wish I would have did that in high school or whatever. Aside from that, man, I think I'm pretty good as far as adapting to every style though. So.
Now, geez, what can you say would be your dream matchup and your dream opponent?
Yeah, if I gotta just pick one, it gotta be Liger, because when I started watching Japanese wrestling, like the one person that I watched all the time was Jushin Liger and Ultimo Dragon. Like, I wrestled Ultimo before, but like if I had one more dream match and it had to just be one person, it would be Liger, definitely.
You just mentioned Liger. Earlier you mentioned Eddie Guerrero, and I know Brian Pillman's another one of your favorites. Eddie being your all-time favorite, though, right?
Yep. All-time favorite, Eddie Guerrero, yep.
What was it about Eddie for you personally that made such a great impact on your career and life, though?
Because, like, he could wrestle any style at all, and when you watch him work, you don't look at him as being a smaller guy. Like, you watch him, and you don't say stuff like, oh, man, Eddie Guerrero can work for a small guy. You forget that he's a small guy because he's so good at everything, like in the ring, character, promos, all of that. Like he make everybody. It was times where like you see him wrestle certain guys, and you like that such and such can go, and then you see that guy that Guerrero was working with in a match with somebody else, and you see that the guy not as good as he looked in the match with Guerrero. So like that's like another thing that you gotta be great at, making other guys look better than they actually are, and Guerrero was great at that too.
Absolutely.
Could you describe the adrenaline rush, performing in front of a Ring of Honor crowd, especially receiving a huge pop at the beginning, and then the please come back chants after the matchup?
Oh man, it was a good feeling, man, because like for the longest time I wanted to wrestle for ROH, and you know what I'm saying, Ruckus wrestled there before, Kingston had wrestled there, and I had never wrestled there before. So like that was a goal. That was a short-term goal that I had. So when we got the chance to be in there and we did our thing, and it was with the Briscoes. Like we got instant chemistry with the Briscoes. Like we wrestled every time we wrestled them. It's good matches. So like that was perfect. First match in Ring of Honor is with the Briscoes, and we tore it up, man. It was real good, man. It was definitely an accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? I ain't afraid to admit it was an accomplishment to really do our thing in Ring of Honor ring and have the fans appreciate what we did.
So, man, when you're not in the ring, what do you like to do?
Go to the gym and go to strip club.
No shame in that. No shame in that at all.
Yeah.
There he goes with that boing again. Now, any favorites in Baltimore? I gotta ask. You said strip club, so you go to any of them in Baltimore?
That's the crazy thing, man. I've been in Baltimore. I don't know how many times over the years. I've never been in a strip club in Baltimore, man. I've never been. I gotta hook that up, man. I gotta hook that up.
Yeah, next time you come, maybe we'll go.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna hold you to that, man. This getting taped right now, y'all. So listeners, like remind me said that next time I come to B-More, they gonna take me to a strip club. So what joint is hot out there?
You got Norman's and Eldorados.
All right.
He knew him like, you had to think about that, did you? Man, you just know off the bat like that. You must go often. You go often.
Not often. Not often enough.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, moving away from Baltimore, being from Philly like you are, there's legends like Special Delivery Jones, Chief J Strongbow, Wild Bill White. They all hail from Philadelphia. Were there any local Philly wrestlers that you looked up to? Because there's not that many. So is there anybody